So on this trip, I've been to Frederick, Maryland, Morgantown, West Virginia, Point Marion, Pennsylvania, the Great Circle Earthworks, and now I'm pulling into Columbus, Ohio, one day before the art show in Dayton tomorrow. My girlfriend's the best, and while I've been wasting my life writing poems and books, she's been climbing the corporate ladder, so now I get to stay for real cheap at Hyatt's around the country. So I checked in, and then I went down to the Scioto River to do the river walk down to downtown. I've been to Columbus a few times. This is usually the first stop on our poetry tours because after this, it's the Midwest, and nobody back east wants to hear us read poems anymore. But I've never really had much time to sightsee because usually it's pull in after 12 hours of driving, do a poetry show 3 minutes later, and then get completely drunk all night at somebody's apartment, and then we go on to Kansas City or something the next day. So I was excited to look around the city and see what was going on. Downtown Columbus was founded in 1812 when it was selected as the new state capital because of its central location in Ohio. The city grew rapidly throughout the 1800s as the railroads, government offices, and businesses expanded throughout the region. By the early 20th century, downtown became the center of finance, transportation, and culture for central Ohio. Landmarks like the Ohio State House, completed in 1861, still stand as symbols of the city's political importance. Over time, areas such as this, the Scioto Mile, and the Arena District where I'm staying, transformed downtown into a modern urban destination with parks, restaurants, entertainment, and residential development. Usually when I tell people back east I'm coming to Ohio, it's kind of a euphemism for something that really sucks and something you don't want to do. But I always go back and tell them how cool Columbus is. I've heard that it's the only city that's growing in Ohio. I don't know if it's true, but it definitely feels like an East Coast city. An East Coaster, I think, could live here and have a good time, for sure. Today, downtown Columbus is experiencing major growth and revitalization. According to the 2025 State of Downtown report, downtown now has over 13,000 residents, more than 90,000 employees, and nearly 224 retail businesses. And in this past year alone, 20 new businesses opened downtown, with more than 11 million employee visits recorded. That's pretty good. The area is also seeing billions of dollars in developmental projects. More than $1.7 billion worth of construction is currently underway, including new apartments, mixed-use buildings, and infrastructure improvements designed to support future growth. Downtown Columbus is a nice traditional business district, but it looks like it's growing into a vibrant neighborhood where people live and work and get drunk. Every time we're here, I have a great time. I could live here. So I'm crossing the highway right here. I'm just leaving downtown. Last time I was here, this other poet, Ejno, that lives in this city, took me to this German village, and we did kind of like a speed tour through it. It was beautiful. It really blew me away. So now that I'm back, I was really wanted to come through and film it and find out more about it. So check this place out. They claim this is one of the most historic and charming neighborhoods in Columbus, but I would argue in the entire country, man. Look at this place. German Village began developing in the mid-1800s when thousands of German immigrants came to Columbus seeking economic opportunities and political freedom after revolutions in Europe. By the 1850s, German immigrants made up nearly one-third of the city's population. They settled just south of downtown and built a close-knit community filled with brick homes, churches, schools, breweries, and small businesses. This neighborhood became known for its strong German culture, obviously. Residents spoke German in schools and churches, celebrated traditional festivals, and operated local breweries that helped drive Columbus's economy. Many of the homes and buildings were constructed in the distinctive brick style that still defines the area today. However, during World War I, anti-German sentiment spread across the United States. A lot of these German street names were changed, the German language declined, it went underground, people pretended they weren't German, and so many of these businesses struggled. Over time, the neighborhood began to deteriorate, and by the 50s, much of the German village faced demolition as the city planned highway expansions and urban renewal projects. Can you imagine if this neighborhood got knocked down to put a highway through? Also, how insane is it that everybody moved out of here into the suburbs and gave this up, and this almost became a ghetto that they were going to knock down? Mind-blowing. Luckily, the residents fought to preserve the neighborhood's history and architecture. In 1960, community members formed the German Village Society to restore homes and protect the area's historic identity. Their efforts were successful. Today, German Village is recognized as one of the largest privately restored historic districts in the United States. I go all over this country, all over the Midwest. They all used to have something like this, a German village, an Italian village. Burlington, Vermont used to have a whole Little Italy. All this stuff got knocked down in the 50s and 60s. Thank God this neighborhood escaped. The modern German village is known for its cobblestone streets, preserved 19th century brick houses, local restaurants, bookstores, and parks. It stands as a symbol of historic preservation and cultural heritage in Columbus. It blended its immigrant roots with the modern city life. It's something only the Midwest has and can produce, and it needs to stop being overlooked by everybody on the coast. Because this thing is cool as hell. Imagine living here. I would be stoked to live in this neighborhood. Well, as you can imagine, I was pretty hungry after this long walk, so I headed back downtown, a little past the Arena District. I think there was a game going on, because I knew there was a place called Mikey's that had by the slice pizza, and that's exactly what I needed to top off my night in Columbus. Now, I know that you know that I would not be coming to Columbus, Ohio without trying the famous, by the slice, Columbus's own Mikey's. We're gonna try this slice now. 32 bucks, not bad, not bad. Hell yeah. Boom! Look at that. The Midwest's finest, the tomato, cheese, and basil pie from Mikey's. All right. Salty, garlicky, thin crust. Yeah, that's good. I can eat that. That's good enough. That's good enough. Mikey's in Columbus is good enough. 32 bucks for a full pie. $6 a slice on its own is insane. This pie's good. This is a good pie. This is a good Columbus pie. Well done, Mikey's.